everybody, welcome back to my channel. As you can see, I'm surrounded by books, specifically my physical TBR, which we will be going through in just a moment. But I wanted to give a little background as to why I'm making this video. I've seen this kind of series all over YouTube, and it's my favorite kinds of videos to watch. I hope I'm in frame. Like, I really hope I am. I have this jar that holds slips of every single book that is on my physical TBR, and what I will do is pick like 3 to 5 books from here to read in just one video. So the goal is to get my TBR from however many I have. My guess is like 75 down to 0. So the first person I saw do a video like this is Beth Morbat. I think that's her last name. So sorry if I'm mispronouncing that. I'll insert a picture of her channel. But I love her videos. Her series is called Bookshelf Ultimatum. Every YouTuber puts their own spin on it. So I don't exactly know what I'm going to call my series yet, but I wanted to start by assessing the situation, seeing how many books we have. I want to document this so I can look back at the end of the year and see how much of my physical TBR I've gotten through. So far, I'm doing pretty good. I've read quite a few books from my physical TBR, but my problem is that I read a lot of books from Libby that I can download on my Kindle, and I read a lot of Kindle Unlimited. I really need to prioritize reading my physical books because, you know, why do I have them if I'm not going to read them? Okay, let's just get started. I'm going to grab randomly. All my books are like totally mixed up. Oh, I'm like overwhelmed. Okay, so the first thing I'm seeing here is the entire Red Queen series by Victoria Aveyard. So we have Red Queen, Glass Sword, King's Cage, and Warstorm. I believe that's the order this is supposed to go in. I got these for Christmas from my mom and dad. So yeah, I have not read anything by Victoria Aveyard. Lauren Roberts, who wrote the Powerless trilogy, or I guess it's not a trilogy yet, but she was heavily inspired by the Red Queen series. So I really wanted to read this to see, you know, how they're similar. And yeah, I'm excited to get to this at some point. However, I think I'm in the middle of around 12 different series, so I want to finish a few before I start anything new. Then I have the entire Cruel Prince trilogy. We have The Cruel Prince, The Wicked King, and The Queen of Nothing by Holly Black. I think I also got these from Christmas, but like 2 years ago. I really need to read this. Ooh, then I have A Mockingjay by Suzanne Collins. This is the last book in the Hunger Games trilogy. I actually got the audiobook from Libby, so I'm going to listen to the audiobook while I read. That's my favorite way to read. It's so immersive. I like hearing the voices. Yeah, really excited. I also got the beautiful special editions. I think these are gorgeous. So excited. I love this series. I love the movies. I'm gonna go ahead and talk to you guys about the Sarah J. Maas books I have left to read. A little backstory with my SJM journey. I started reading ACOTAR in 2022, I think. Yes. And I read A Court of Thorns and Roses and A Court of Mist and Fury, and then I got halfway through A Court of Wings and Ruin, and I decided that I wanted to read Throne of Glass before I finished the series. So my goal is to finish Throne of Glass and then reread the first 2 books in ACOTAR and actually finish the other books. For the Throne of Glass series, the remaining books I have are Queen of Shadows, Empire of Storms, and Tower of Dawn. Kingdom of Ash, which is a brick. Like an actual brick. For ACOTAR, I have to read A Court of Wings and Ruin, A Court of Frost and Starlight, and A Court of Silver Flames. I love my edition of A Court of Silver Flames. I think the original book is like orange, and I don't do that. I think this balances out the rest of the covers quite nicely. So yeah, that's what I have for Miss Sarah J. Maas. I'm gonna go through these hardcover special edition fantasies. I think a few of these are from Barnes & Noble, and then, oh yeah, these 2 are from Illumicrate. So I have Mistress of Lies by K.M. Enright. Sprayed edges on this are so beautiful. And it has really nice end pages. Yeah. The printed hardcover is so nice. So nice. I love when they do a little bit of like foiling too. It's such a nice touch. Next Illuma Crate edition I have is Of Jade and Dragons by Amber Chen. Again, this one has amazing sprayed edges, the end pages, and I also love this printed hardback. So nice. I love the colorway on this. I've gotten to a place with my physical TBR where I feel really good about all of the books that I own, and I'm so excited to read all of them. So I'm going to try not to be a broken record and be like, I don't know why I haven't read this yet. Like, I'm so excited. Obviously, I'm excited to read all of these books or I wouldn't have them on my shelves. These three are Barnes & Noble special editions. I'm sure you could tell what this one is by the spine. Onyx Storm by Rebecca Yarros. I don't want to talk about it. I haven't read this yet. I love the Fourth Wing series so much, and my coworker has finished this and she keeps telling me to read it. She's like, why haven't you read it yet? I don't know. That's the answer. I don't know. Then I have Blood Over Brighthaven by ML Wong. This has very nice red sprayed edges. I just read The Sword of Kaigen in January. It was my second book of the year, and I think it has to be one of my favorite books ever. It really is up there with Daisy Jones and the Six. If you don't know me, Taylor Jenkins Reid is my favorite author. I love Daisy Jones and the Six. That entire universe has taken over my world. I think about Daisy Jones and the Six every day, but that's beside the point. We're not talking about Taylor Jenkins Reid. ML Wong has a very good chance of becoming one of my favorite authors. I'm so excited to read this one. Then I have another really, really pretty one. This is Voyage of the Dam by Frances White. I love this cover, and I especially love that. This is like one of the most beautiful books I own. I think I've shown it in like 4 videos now. But I also love the sprayed edges. So let's go over to this side. I feel like I haven't shown this side a ton of love. Okay, I've got I Who Have Never Known Men by Jacqueline Hartman. My cousin actually recommended this to me. She said this is one of her favorite books. So naturally, I went and bought it immediately. I have Bunny by Mona Awad. I'm specifically excited to read this because I hear there's a sequel coming out sometime later this year. I also have not read anything from Mona Awad. And I think, just based on what my mutuals think of her, I think I would really enjoy her writing. I have Annihilation by John Vandermeer. This is a science fiction. Project Hail Mary by Andy Weir. I've heard incredible things about this. I also love The Martian. I have not read the book, but I love the movie. I actually just watched that for the first time last year. Then I'm actually in the middle of this book, and that is God of Wrath by Rena Kent. The bookmark is not an accurate representation of where I'm at. I think I'm more like halfway through. I'm reading it on my Kindle. So yeah, let's do some more romance. I feel like I have a good amount back here to talk about. Done and Dusted by Lila Sage. This one is so cute. 7 Days in June by Tia Williams. I think for the past like 3 years, I've been telling myself I'm going to read this in June. And then by the time June rolls around, I haven't read it. And I'm like, well, guess I'll save it for next June. So if I don't read it this June, I gotta get rid of it. Like I just have to read it not in June, perhaps. Like it's fine, Ella. You don't have to read it in June. It's not that serious. Then I have The Song of Achilles by Madeleine Miller. This is probably the oldest book on my TBR, I think, which is crazy. That means I've had it since 2022 and I still haven't gotten to it. So there's that. This is the Bright Fall series by Ashley Herring Blake. We have Delilah Green Doesn't Care, Astrid Parker Doesn't Fail, and Iris Kelly Doesn't Date. These are all sapphic romances. I think they're so cute together. I love these colors. These are probably some of my favorite colors together. And I think in one of my unhaul videos said I was going to unhaul this book, and then I ended up not unhauling it. That's The 7-Year Slip by Ashley Poston. Not sure how you pronounce her last name. I did want to give this a go because I keep hearing really good things about it. So then I have 2 Emily Henry books. That's Book Lovers and Happy Place. Oh my gosh, so excited. This is another series. I have the last 3 to read in this series. We have Magnolia Park's The Long Way Home, Daisy Hates the Great Undoing. I just finished reading the first Daisy Hates book, and I could not be more excited to read this. I wish Jessa Hastings gave Daisy Hates the same energy as Magnolia Parks, because I think I'm a Daisy Hates girl. And then I have Magnolia Parks Into the Dark. I got these online from Blackwell's, which is a UK bookstore, and they still have these copies if you want to buy them. Here we have This Is How You Lose the Time War by Amal El-Motar and Max Gladstone. I think this is sapphic, and it's quite short, so I need to get to this super soon. I said I wasn't going to do that. I would love to read all of these books like right now, but it's not possible. So Never Let Me Go by Kazuo Ishiguro, and Annie Bot by Sierra Greer. This is also a really short one, and I love this cover. Wilder Girls by Rory Power. I have 2 Taylor Jenkins Reid books that I have not gotten to, and that is One True Loves and Carrie Soto Is Back. Just Kids by Patti Smith. Yolk by Mary H.K. Choi. The Stranger by Albert Camus. Got Death Valley by Melissa Broder. My boyfriend's mom gave this to me. Remarkably Bright Creatures by Shelby Van Pelt. On Earth We're Briefly Gorgeous by Ocean Vuong. These 2, my boyfriend's mom also gifted me. These are 2 of her favorite books, and they're very out of my comfort zone, so I don't know when I'm going to get to them, but it is my goal to read these at some point. I think this one purely because of the size, but that's Lonesome Dove by Larry McMurtry. This is like a Western novel, but I have heard really good things about it. And A Prayer for Owen Meany by John Irving. And I have Big Swiss by Jen Beacon. I actually found this in a free little library, which I was so happy about. I also have The Idiot by Alif Batuman. Sorry if I am butchering that name. We're getting down to the nitty-gritty, people. Chlorine by Jade Song. Together We Rot by Skyla Arndt. Uzumaki by Junji Ito. Mary by Nat Cassidy. Carmilla by Sheridan Le Fanu. This is a classic that predates Dracula. So this is, I think, the first vampire story. And it's gay. Donna Tartt's The Secret History. Tender is the Flesh by Agustina Batsterica. Jawbone by Monica Ojeda. The Maidens by Alec Michaelides, or Michaelides. I looked up how to pronounce his name a while ago, but I've already forgotten. Love The Silent Patient by this author. And Good Girl, Bad Blood by Holly Jackson. I then have the whole Harry Potter series. I thrifted these editions, and I am missing 2 and 4. So I have read the first book, and then I'll probably read number 2 on my Kindle. But then I have number 3, which is Harry Potter and the Prisoner of Azkaban. Number 5, which is Harry Potter and the Order of the Phoenix. Number 6, Harry Potter and the Half-Blood Prince. And number 7, Harry Potter and the Deathly Hallows. I was so surprised to see these editions in such good condition. Obviously, it was missing the 2nd and 4th book. My brother is actually borrowing the 1st book, but I have read that, so you guys wouldn't have seen it anyway. But yeah. Super cool. I have Spectacular by Stephanie Garber. I love the Caraval series. It's one of my favorite trilogies. This book is so pretty. It also does have really cute character art. I meant to read this before Christmas 2024, but I didn't get to it, so I might save it for Christmas this year. 3 Book of the Month books here. The most recent one I got is First Time Caller by B.K. Borison. I have not read anything from her, so I'm quite excited. I know she wrote the Love Light Farm series, which seems cute, but I'm way more excited about this, and I've heard really good things about it. But The Favorites by Lane Fargo. This is a really anticipated read for me. Then this one I actually got from a free little library, and that's The Comeback by Ella Berman. Specifically picked this up because, 1, I love the cover, but also because her name is Ella, and why wouldn't I pick it up, you know? I'm getting so tired. Thinking about putting these all back on my shelf is making me really upset. Okay, I have Once Upon a Broken Heart and The Ballad of Never After by Stephanie Garber. I love Stephanie Garber, so I'm sure I'll love them. I have Reckless by Lauren Roberts. I'm scared to read this. Yeah, that's all. We have Legendborn by Tracy Dion, Heavenly Bodies by Imani Iru, and Lightlark by Alex Astor, which I've heard such mixed reviews about, but either way, I'm still really excited to read this one. We have the last stack, you guys. Ah, Wicked by Gregory Maguire with the cover of Elphaba and Glinda. The Spell Shop by Beth Durst. It has these fun purple sprayed edges. Super cozy. I love the little kitty on the cover. That is entirely why I bought this book. I have Ruthless Vows by Rebecca Ross. All right, the last 3 books, you guys. We have Water Moon by Samantha Soto Yumbao, Snow Globe by Soo-Young Park, and Flower Heart by Catherine Bakewell, sorry. Okay, you guys, that is my entire physical TBR. I don't think I'm missing any books. I'm going to go ahead and count these all up real quick. Let me make sure I'm still recording. The grand total is 83 books, which I'm very confused by because I thought I had recently put all of my physical TBR into Goodreads and it says I have 75, I think. So I'm obviously missing a few books. I would really like to cut this number in half. That's my end goal. Now, I'm feeling super overwhelmed right now. I think this was a good wake-up call. Thank you guys so much for watching and being a little bit of emotional support while I count up these books and go through them all. This is more for me than for you guys because I don't know. This was good. I needed to do this and no regrets. I need to go on a book buying ban, that's for sure. I will see you guys hopefully next week, and hopefully you will see the start of my new series. That'd be really awesome if I could get one of those videos out. I will see you guys when I see you. Thank you so much for watching once again. Oh my gosh. Okay. Mwah.